sinner, master, slave, guru, disciple, student, teacher, light, dark. And we often think of light and dark as just another way of saying good and bad, of right and wrong. Maybe, just maybe, the dark is like John of the Cross wrote about in The Dark Night of the Soul, where he used the word obscura, which in the Spanish, even today, means what can't be seen, what's obscured. It's not dark in the sense that it's negative and bad and yucky and evil. It's dark in the sense that I'm not aware of it. I can't see it. I can't touch it. That's the shadow self. The shadow self are those parts of me that I don't want to confront. And because I can't see them and I'm blind to them, because I've shaved them off of me and hidden them away, guess what? The only place that I can see it is in the mirror. The only way that I can see it is reflected in the people around me. How do you know you're looking at the shadow? You know you're looking in the shadow when any experience doesn't inform you, it affects you. That person in your life that so irritates you, you just want to throttle them every time they get in front of you. That impulse to throttle, take a deep breath, has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with that person. What you're seeing, what you want to throttle, is some part of yourself that you judged, or someone else has judged and you've acquiesced. You've bought into it. You say, yeah, you must be right. A few months ago, actually more than once, I made the comment about guru worship and how prevalent it is in our culture and how it always kind of makes me sad. And at least one person got a little miffed with me. And, you know, what do you mean? And the Dalai Lama's a great guy. And what about Mother Teresa? And, well, guess what? Shadow works on the positive as well as what we would label negative. Here's my take on guru worship. We flock to the auditoriums to hear Deepak or Wayne Dyer or the Dalai Lama or Mother Teresa or whoever it is that just lights you up, you think is wonderful. Guess what? What you're seeing in that person is the dormant gift in you that you can't fully step into and own. What you're falling in love with, like Narcissus, is your own reflection. But it's so easy for us to be mesmerized by that. To walk into the auditorium, to sit there in rapt awe of this great person in front of us and leave in the smallness in which we came. Never really hearing what the universe was trying to tell us. The Great Commission that is the termination of the Easter cycle in the New Testament. The Great Commission to be in the kingdom of God in the world. The Great Commission to be the hands, the voice, the healing of the living Spirit, to sow peace where there is conflict, to bind humanity together, to be whole, and to live from that wholeness. Requires that we be Thomas, that we put our hands in the wounds, that we look at those people in our life that challenge us, that we want to throttle, and we go into that inner sanctuary within ourselves and say, what is it about this? It's causing me to be angry. How do I judge this person? What labels do I attach to this person that so anger me? And how is this true for me? Where have I been there, done that? Where is there arrogance or greed or anger or prejudice in me? There's somebody in our life that really lights us up, that really inspires us. These great teachers, and we're just in awe of them and in rapture. What is it about them that draws us? What qualities do we see in them? Can I accept that those qualities lie dormant within me? That's the shadow work. Whether you label the qualities good or bad, right or wrong, makes no difference. The unitive experience, the wholeness that we seek, requires that we gather it all in and that we love it all. We talk about the higher self, which just by its very word implies there's a lower self. So we live like a peanut with these two halves. I suggest to you the higher self is not separate and distinct from the lower self. The higher self is the whole self. The higher self is above and below. The higher self is anger and prejudice and hatred and joy unspeakable and filled with glory and absolute unconditional love. It's all of those things gathered together. Until we can find that in ourselves and love those fragmented parts of us, we can't truly love another human being. Until we can reconnect those fragmented parts of ourselves, we cannot escape being triggered by other people. Other people are going to come along and mess in our Cheerios. They just are. And we're always going to take it personal. Or other people are going to come along and instead of teaching us and inspiring us and companioning us to our full beauty, we'll sit in rapt awe and rapture and adulation and idolatry and leave their presence unchanged. A story is told about a Buddhist monastery in Thailand in 1957, and the monastery was relocating, and they had this ancient, huge clay Buddha on their lawn. And so they wanted to take the Buddha with them, so they began strapping the apparatus, getting ready